So in this video I'm going to be talking about a parable which Jesus told about judgment. Now this will more so judging others and another bit as well at the beginning, but this is in Luke chapter 6. So I'm going to read it. So it's Luke chapter 6 verse 39. So from verse 39. So it says, and he spoke a parable to them. Can the blind lead the blind? Will they not both fall into the ditch? A disciple is not above his teacher, but everyone who is perfectly trained will be like his teacher. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not perceive the plank in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, brother, let me remove the speck that is in your eye, and when you yourself do not see the plank that is in your own eye? Hypocrite, first remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck that is in your brother's eye. So, first we'll start off with the first bit. So, Jesus is talking about how you're not above the teacher as a disciple. So sometimes what can happen is you're learning the faith, and sometimes some people's egos will get in the way and they think they're better. They think they're better than the teacher and they don't need to learn anything, or they don't take criticism. But you have to be able to take criticism, and you've got to be able to learn new stuff, because that's how you grow. You have to be able to listen to people that know more than you at this time, because again, you are learning, and again, sometimes your ego can get in the way. And the fact that a teacher never teaches you to be better than them, you're all at the same level. So so the teacher teaches you to the same level, so then hopefully, if you're taught by by the right person, you're then able to then teach other people. So it's not about making sure that you're better than this teacher, it's so you're at that same level. So, and on to the main segment of it about judgment. Basically, I feel that judgment is very high in our society at the minute, where people are so quick to judge. So what Jesus is talking about is people who judge people and say, oh, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. They're pointing people out, but they're not actually looking in themselves, where they could be doing the same thing, but they're, for whatever reason, is justifying what they're doing. Is their reasoning for their doing it is different for the reasoning of the person they're pointing it out to, or the fact that they could be doing something worse, or they're not perfect basically, but they're quick to judge without looking inside yourself, which is really important. Before you go and judge somebody else, you need to look inside your own heart and think, what am I doing that, am I doing things that are wrong? Am I doing things that, that are open to judgment? But you have to look inside yourself, correct all the things inside yourself before you go pointing at other people. And even when you've done that, it's important when you judge people not to do it the right way. So, for example, not just pointing them out and shouting them, saying, oh, you're doing this wrong, you can't do that. That's, doing that sort of thing. To judge someone correctly, you go up to that person. First off, you go in your head, okay, what they're doing, is it bad enough for me to need to talk to them? And if so, go up to them, explain to them what they're doing is wrong. If it's to do with, if you've got evidence to back it up, like scripture in the Bible, then show them the scripture in the Bible. It's not just about pointing things at people, it's about picking up on their flaws, but also, as well as picking up their flaws, teaching them and explain to them why this is wrong, or why, whatever they're doing is wrong. And this can as I said before, this can be used in an everyday situation. I feel that people are so quick to judge people nowadays, especially when they don't even know the person. That's the worst thing about it, where people will judge people. Like, they'll see, like, for example, they'll see, they assume it's a single mom with, a kid throwing a temper tantrum, and you'll see people either in their heart or say to the friend, oh, that person can't control their child. And it's like, you don't know their situation. Like, you don't know They could have just come out of an abusive relationship. Her partner could have just died, or you know what I mean? Like, people are quick to judge people, which is so bad. But yeah, this is a great parable to use as an everyday situation. Is first off, don't like first off, don't be quick to judge, especially when you know you're doing things that aren't, you know, what you call the greatest things, or things that you shouldn't even be doing. And when you do judge, don't go quick to judge. Don't just go pointing at fingers. Help them, teach them.